What's going on, y'all? Brandon, Lance, and Laura here with Ugly Duckling Brewing. Promised y'all that we'd do it. And we're doing it. Today we're doing a review of a beer that we brewed, and we're also pairing it with some food.
So today we got the KARL'S 9090, which is a Northern Brewer beer kit that Brandon and them got that they brewed on the all-in-one. Y'all have already seen the beer. We've already tasted it. We've shown you guys. We finished off at 6.8% alcohol, which is pretty goddamn good. The alcohol content isn't, you don't taste it. It's a nice malty body. Really good beer. For a kid, it's, and I keep knocking like it's a kid. A kid's basically the same thing you buy from the store, but
Right.
basically Northern Brewer
says,
says,
for you, put it all together and say, here you go, brew
there
it.
you go, make it easy. So
No thought process.
No thought
Just
process.
Get it and go.
Get it and go. So Lori's going to bring us in on the food, and then Brandon will break down the information on the beer.
Break down the beer while we eat.
Absolutely. So, with a Scottish ale, obviously you want to bring in some kind of atypical food with it. So we have pork Scotch eggs and chicken Scotch eggs, and we also have nice big salted soft pretzel with some beer cheese, and I think that's a honey mustard.
Honey
dip.
Dijon mustard.
Honey
Yep.
Dijon mustard.
Yep.
So we figured, salty and Scottish goes with a Scottish ale.
Sure.
Savory.
Savory.
Savory food.
Salty, savory, tasty, whole 9 yards.
At least it wasn't haggis.
I don't think I would have ate haggis. I mean, he was a great gamekeeper for. Oh no, a Hagrid. Oh yeah, Hagrid. Yeah. Well, like I'm gonna tell you right now, before I delve into any of this, I need a sippy.
No complaints on my part.
Oh. So just to give y'all a recipe breakdown on this, because I know a lot of times when y'all watch our videos, y'all want the recipe breakdown on these beers, that way y'all can brew them at home for yourselves. The grist build on it, got 12.5 pounds of Maris Otter. We have a 1/4 pound of English extra dark crystal. We have a 1/4 pound of Fawcett pale chocolate, and we have 0.125 pounds of Belgian biscuit malt, and that is for a 5-gallon batch. We did a mash in 154 degrees for 60 minutes. Then we had a 10-minute mash out at 170 degrees. And then we fermented it with a Safale SO4 yeast. This fermentation went a little longer than our normal ones that we do on the 5-gallon. It was about 3.5 weeks before I started cold crashing it. And then it aged in the keg for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks before we finally poured our first glass. Amazing beer. Amazing beer.
Total grain build was what?
About 12.5, 13, a little over 13 pounds. Yep.
And then the hops were used in what?
The hops we used was 1.75 ounces of UK Kent Goldings at the 90 minutes on the boil, and then 0.25 ounces of the same UK Kent Goldings with 15 minutes.
Which is the UK Golding, I think, is the same thing we put in our Red Headed Lass.
Yes. Yes. So, I mean, all in all, beer came out good. Real easy brew day. Y'all have already seen the brew day by now. And again, we just wanted to take y'all along. We figured this was a great pairing to be able to pair with this, and we'll try to let y'all know how this all pairs together. Give y'all some tasting notes on this beer too while we're at it.
So what we got here, Lori? This is
So that is a pork Scotch egg.
and this one is a
chicken Scotch egg.
Pork and chicken.
Basically, it's a boiled egg that's been wrapped in meat, whether it's the
It's
pork
one
or
of
the
those.
chicken.
I'm that guy that's gonna dump
You're
the whole
gonna dump
plate,
the whole
trying to
plate.
show it to them.
And then panko crumbs and deep fried.
Oh, you're cutting into it. I am that guy.
Let's see what we got here.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody go pork first?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, because that is traditional.
That does not suck.
The heck on the pork.
That's all I'm saying. Oh, that's a pairing.
Oh my God, that's a burn. So there you go. And this is kind of, I mean, obviously Scottish, Scott, eggs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the saltiness of the Scotch eggs, paired with the malty toasted breadiness of the Scottish ale,
Yes.
it really complements it big time.
Absolutely.
And this is, what is this right here again?
Ground mustard. Stone ground mustard.
Now, I do like the way the actual yolk of the egg kind of rounds out and balances the saltiness coming from the pork and everything. And then, like he was saying, the breadiness and the maltiness on the beer in combination with the carbonation and just the cold wetness of it, I'd say washes it down really good.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because we took the first sip when you were talking, and it completely changed the flavor of the beer.
Is it just, did you find the beer sweeter
Yes.
on the taste now? Okay. It's not just me then.
It's sweeter. I lost a little bit of the bready and got more toasted.
See, me too.
Yes.
Me too. More of that burnt crust.
Burnt crust, yeah. So, go ahead. So we don't double dip here. Go have some of this beer cheese on the pretzel, and we'll see how that pairs with it.
Beer cheese.
Beer cheese. Beer cheese is life. And again, you got the beer cheese, which is
More likely a regular ale, probably.
right with the saltiness of the pretzel. Let's see what it does here. Let's see if it changes the beer for a third time.
I like evolving beers.
You know, it 100% does. So the sweetness for me, I'll let y'all take y'all sips first and do it before I say anything.
Oh, yeah, I ain't even tried it yet. I was still eating my first Scotch egg.
So that, like, it completely changed it. So
About to litter my
I don't
bar
want to
with
change his thought process of what he tastes.
About to litter my bar with
but
cheese.
I 100% agree.
You 100% agree. So now that he's chewing, I'll tell you what I got. So the saltiness of the pretzel and the cheese actually wiped the sweetness away. It brought back the toastiness, and I still get you kind of a little bit of bready, but mostly like the toast is coming heavy on me.
Yes. Very forward.
Very hard, yeah. So any difference on you on what you felt or taste?
Oh, wow. No, I completely concur with you on that.
Right. Like, I lost all the sweetness for it.
Right.
I wouldn't say that it was bitter,
No.
but
Yeah.
it definitely was not sweet. Very, very bready.
Very bready.
This is going to sound weird for us craft beer connoisseurs, but I find the pretzel with the beer cheese makes the Scottish ale taste more like beer.
Beer. Yes.
Like a beer.
Beer.
Like you know, just an ale.
Right.
It took away a lot of the nuances of the beer and just put it like malty beer forward.
Okay, so can we go one step further and try this pretzel
With the
and
honey
another
mustard,
bit?
oh god,
Let's do that.
it's gonna squash all the sweetness out of this beer. Now you want bitter? You're gonna get your bitter. You'll be like, oh, we're drinking a red colored IPA.
I wouldn't be mad.
I mean, of course, it's Kent Goldings. It's not very much IBUs to it to begin with. Oh, that is a sweet honey mustard.
Even with the honey mustard, it kills the saltiness on the pretzel for me. So
You just made the pretzel super sweet.
It did make the pretzel super sweet. It also did make the beer bitter.
It made the beer bitter for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like
See,
almost salty.
the spiciness that I got on the end with the mustard, whatever's in there at the end, the mustard.
I think it's the Dijon, probably.
I caught the spice in the back of my throat as I
Right.
have to take a sip, which made the beer more of a salty / kind of malty taste to me. Like I lost the.
So
the
you got kind of a salty flavor off the beer
Yeah.
too,
Off
right?
the beer,
Okay, it
yes.
wasn't just me.
Yes.
You know, we did not put salt in our beer.
Well, again, that's the fourth different flavor we got, not the beer.
I mean,
So-
this is kind of that does show you when they talk about food pairings when it comes to pairing food with beers. pairing food with wines and everything else, that not only does the alcohol that you pair with the food make a big difference
On the food.
on the food, because like we already know, dark red wines with steak and stuff like that accentuates the flavor of the steak when you're eating it. This also lets you know that whatever food you're pairing will change the flavor of what you're drinking.
Absolutely.
And it definitely shows the complexity of the beer that you're drinking
Yes.
with it.
100%.
I think I want to dive into this chicken one real quick.
you haven't tried the chicken?
No, I redheaded stepchild, the chicken one.
Oh.
You
So-
just took a little bitty bite. I don't want to hear that.
So there you go. While Brandon dives in, go ahead and if y'all don't mind, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the little notification button at the bottom.
Tell
Ding,
us what
ding,
else
ding,
you'd like
ding.
to pair.
Tell us what else other beer you'd like for us to make and pair as well. There's something else we have on tap that you may have seen us brew that you'd like to see us pair with. You know, throw something at us. Let us know how you feel. But we'll catch you guys in the next one.
See y'all later.
See y'all
Chicken
later.
one's really
Bye,
good.
y'all.